Motion over the Senator Surovell.
Thank you. Speaking to the motion, I think this country has a real problem on its hands right now. And first of all, I'm delighted to have been called a treason in my Commonwealth for the second time this session. So really appreciate that. But in any event, now that I'm a traitor, I'm going to keep that up and double down. What I'll say is a couple things. We got a real problem in this country. Al Gore got 540,000 more votes than George W. Bush. And of course, it was decided by 1,000 grandmothers in Florida somewhere or something that couldn't read a ballot right. But Hillary Clinton won her election, or got 2.87 million more votes than Donald Trump. Two of the last 4 presidents have been elected by somebody other than the majority of this country, and it's a real problem. And when I look at the reason, when this electoral college was created, the United States of America had about 40% of the population of the Commonwealth of Virginia's population today. I looked it up. George Washington's first election, 43,000 people voted out of 3 million. And this state had 2.4 million, or I'm sorry, the country had 2.4 million people, 600,000 slaves on top of that. And only 43,000 people were voting in our system back then when this system that we're still stuck with was designed. So 43,000 people picked the people who picked the people. And from my perspective, and I know there's a bunch of conservative commentators that disagree with me because I've read their commentators, but the Electoral College, from my perspective, has racist origins. The Electoral College was a way for southern slave states to maintain their power in the presidential election because slaves were counted in terms of the congressional counts that make up the Electoral College weights, the weights that votes are given in the Electoral College. And it is a system which has no longer should have any bearing on us, but I understand that undoing a constitution is really hard. And from my perspective, this is the best way to bring real democracy to this country, because I think when most people vote for president, they think they're voting for president and not for an elector to vote for president. We need to do this.
Okay, with that, thank you. The motion is to carry.